when I was young, at the age of 5, I started athletics. So as a kid, I never like um, my parents. It was their decision to put me into anything in whichever field I am good enough, and I need to excel. That was their only expectation from my side. But I started with a coach when I was studying at the fifth standard, and those days, early 4 o'clock, I have to go to ground, and from there straight away to school, and again back to ground, and from there maybe somewhere around 6:30 back to home. It was a hectic schedule for me, and I was in a condition like, oh, these parents are making me troubling me a lot, and I was not ready to do such kind of a hectic schedule. And I used to complain, like, why you are putting me in sports? You don't like me? Why you are making me stand under the sun for such a long time? So, but after eighth or ninth, when I realized that uh, this is my way, and I have to do something in sports because I have got such talent in sports, and I can excel in sports. Then I slowly started loving this my event, and with my heart, I started doing that. And it was not a huge jump. It was a slow and steady approach, and gradual like uh, uh, step towards the victory. So from my point of view, for a kid or a youngster, it's not their duty to decide what they want to do, because for that for such a youngster, it's not easy to identify in which field we are good enough. So our parents should support them, and it's not only studies. We can find a way in our life, whatever uh, field you are good enough. You need, if you get a, a slight support, you can excel. So this is my word to our parents: just support your kid and just let them fly, and you can see the difference. I think it's everywhere, because the world is same and parents are same in everywhere. But slowly there is a change I can see now, because there are a lot of changes in their attitude. Now we can see, I think because of globalization, or this, I don't know what is the reason, but slowly there is a change. We can see that they are allowing their kid to take like, even if they are good in sports or arts or any other field, they are ready to send them, and they are spending money for that. So there is some changes are there. And see, only doctors and engineers like, they can build the world or they can live a good life. No, we can also do the same thing. And if you are talented, and if you are trying to do something in that particular event, you can reach up to any level. I'm sure after their studies they will wind up that, and they will go in towards their passion. I'm pretty sure that. So why unnecessarily, like, we have to force them at a younger age? I don't know, because from very young age I am into athletics, and I was doing almost all events in athletics, because unknowingly I was doing that. Today science is saying, like, we have to do all the events, and later stages we need to find our in which event we are good enough. So athletics is my only passion, and I was doing only that. But still I know other events also, because athletics is the basic of all, and we need the speed, flexibility, yeah, like all sort of kind things for all the events. So I have all these basic uh, uh, things, and I can do any event, but I still like my event long jump. As an athlete, or if you look at me, no one ever thought like I have some issue, or I was facing some issue while doing competition or training, because from outside I am perfect. I'm an athlete, and I have got a perfect body from outside. but inside I can say that I was having uh, a lot of limitations. Very young age, I got a very big injury on my takeoff leg, and I was struggling with that leg. That ankle is almost dead, and there is no lift. I was not getting any lift from that ankle, and it was so painful. I was wrapping around like with adhesive tape throughout my career for each and every jump. Like even for a normal sprint, I used to do like this strapping, and I was doing like, so it was a tough time for me. And above all that, I am living with a single kidney. So for a normal person, it's not an issue because we can live with a single kidney. But whenever if we are trying for something extra, or if we are pushing our body beyond our limitation, then that will show its nature. So I was facing a lot of issues while competing or while doing training. And doctors many times they advised me that you have to stop sports and you cannot go further with the injury and with this issue. But actually it was my decision or my husband's decision. No, we decided, so we need to do something for our country or something for us, because in this field I have got enough talent and I need to show the world that I am capable. So with all these limitations, I try my max, level best. But there were like critics like, oh, Anju is jumping 1 centimeter shorter than her best, or she was not able to get a medal in Olympics. So Olympics is a different story because everyone knows it was Russian mafia who did all these wrong things, and that's why we missed the medal. But I can say that I was in top 4 for such a long time. I was in the world top. So if these 3 Russians were not there, so I was in the number 1 sport. So during my active career, I never tried to open up because if I say something, people will think that I am trying for sympathy. No, I don't know. I don't need that. So after such a long year, if I say something, so I can motivate people, because they are thinking like I am perfectly all right. I am leading a good life, or I am something different. But my real story is something else. And if I say something about that, so people easily can relate. If you are capable and you are mentally strong, such kind of things we can just ignore. See, if you look at my career, my best jump is like in every year's best competition. If it's a world championship or Olympics or whichever it is, my best jump I will mark in that competition, and I'm trained for that. So I'm a good fighter. I'm not nervous. If I'm inside the stadium, I'll fight for my best. So that's my character actually. And even if I'm standing with a world record holder or American champion or a European champion, I never mind. I'm also doing. I also came for doing the competition and winning the medal, and I'm representing my country in front of the world. So I have to show what I am and what my country is. So I have to behave such a way that I'm also a champion and I'm coming from India. Right. That is what happening. Most of our athletes, whenever they go for a bigger competition, they are getting nervous and they are not able to reproduce their best in the competition. Whenever the pressure comes, I will deliver my best. So that's what happened in World Championship also. There was a lot of issues during the competition, and I was I was a beginner in the world stage, but still I got the medal because of my mental toughness. I was ready to fight and I was ready to deliver my best. Role is playing by a coach, because he is molding you like such a way that you can perform better in a better, tougher world or during a bigger competition, because he is teaching you how to behave or how to, and that inner belief he is giving, and each day of your competition or so each day of your training, there's we are setting a target and we are achieving that. And during that competition, I know, I'm pretty sure that I achieved all these things and I am ready to show. So that is coming from a coach, and that belief is injecting by a coach to an athlete. We are like in a world like we are considering athlete as the center point, but no, the coach is the center point, and he is making more champions. An athlete can be an athlete only, but a coach can make many champions, and he is the center point, and he is the one who is leading the show.
Right.
So it's a tough, like it's a very tough job, because he need to play a role as a coach, as a mentor, as a doctor, as a physio, as a measure. So and he need to understand the physics, he need to understand the science, he need to understand the body biomechanics, he need to understand the engineering behind it. So it's a tough job, and it's not like a coach should be a perfect person. We are doing with our body. This is not a machine, and our body reacts each day in a different way. It's not like today if I am doing good, tomorrow it's not like maybe I will be jumping lesser than what we accept. So but we need to overcome all these emotions. And because after the Olympics also, 2004 Olympics also, I decided, so I'm going to stop, because India was waiting for a medal from me, and I was even able to deliver that, but unfortunately because of all this nausea, and I was not well that day because of fever, so I couldn't deliver my best. So I decided, like, okay, that's it, I'm going to stop. But again, next year I went for the World Championship and I got the gold. So it's a cycle. It's like everywhere. So if you are not doing good, or if you are not well, so we will decide, okay, I'm going to quit. But next day again, we will come with a fresh mind and we'll start doing training. See, when we compete in the global level, we have to think like, see, if I am not doing today, the other athletes are doing that and they will win the competition. So I am missing training today, they will take the advantage. So I have to do, and I have to like keep my rhythm, and I have to achieve better and better. So because athletics is such a tough event, it's like 214 countries are taking part in athletics, and we have to win a medal for just 3 positions, like first, second and third. So that much tough this event is. Athletics, football and swimming, that's 3 events are the toughest in the world. So can you imagine run with Usain Bolt and win the competition? No. So that's tough. And so we can't sit like, oh, today I'm taking rest and tomorrow I will do. No, we can't. Even second, because we are fighting for millimeters and seconds. Like,
yes.
So we have to do training, and we cannot relax. Basic is same. The basic concept is same, but we are trying for like different methods are there, and whichever suiting you will adopt, because sometimes Russian training is not suiting us because their load is different and their eating pattern is different. They are taking different things for recovery or training, or and American approach is different. But Indian approach is different. My body is not like anyone else's body, and my speed is not like anyone else. My capacity is not like anyone else. As an athlete, I was having a lot of limitations, and I was like even during competition, I used to stop after 1 or 2 jumps because of my ankle injury. According to each personality or each person, we need to design different training methods and mechanism. I still wonder how I did that, because my ankle injury, that pain, I'm not like I don't know how to tell in words, because it was like 100 needle is like getting through your skin at a time, or 1,000 needle is getting through your skin. So that much pain was there, and I was doing with that pain throughout my career. And because of this kidney issue, I was having fatigue, and I was having swelling, and body pain, joint pains. So I still wonder how I did all this, because I was ready to accept that that's my normal. Actually, athletics is an individual event.
Yeah.
So yeah, 42 events, and it's an individual event. It's not a team game. So most of the times we are traveling alone. Like I am going for a different competition. Others are going for a different competition. They are training in some other country, and I'm training in some other country. But whenever we go for a major championship, we are going as a team India. So I got a chance to lead our country during the Olympics and many world championships. And whenever we carry the flag of our country, that pride, no, you see, I am leading my country in front of the world. So Olympic, that stadium is a mini world. So the entire world is there for 30 days or for 1 month, and we are representing our country, and I'm carrying my flag. So it's I'm really lucky that, see, very few people will get the chance to lead our country in front of the world. I was just imagining like I can reach up to the Asian level, and I can win a medal. I never imagined that I can win a gold, because that was my mindset when I started my career. But when I met with Bobby, so he was there to support me, and he was there to guide me, and he actually was the one who support me through my career to the world stage. And he was keep on telling me like, you have got the capacity, you have got all the abilities to reach up to the world stage, and why you are wasting your time? You have to do and just show the world that you are perfect, and just show the world that you are capable enough to win a medal.
Right.
So actually, this is just I think it was his dream. I just fulfilled it. That's all. In a normal life, it's very difficult, because he is with me always, and he is just monitoring me, like what I am eating, where I'm going, or what I'm doing. So he's monitoring 24 hours. So that part is little difficult. But as a coach, he was doing a perfect job, because he know what I need, and I don't need to tell him that I need this, or I want to do that, or I'm tired or anything. I don't need to tell him. I don't need to express him, because he understands. So that part he was playing really well. And actually we our that wavelength was almost same. So if he is like, we both were like thinking in the same way, and most of the times we'll reach the same point, like. So I think that chemistry was working really well. And see, whatever he is deciding for me, I was able to achieve that. As a husband, there is no stopping for him. He can travel with me anywhere, and he can see. It's a team.
Right.
No one is there from outside and there to make any problem or create any problem there.
No.
So we can work as a team, and we are a team. So that was working really well. And he actually, his engineering background was helping him a lot, because this is a science, and we need to understand the science behind the sports. And it's the engineering background also we need, because of this all full graphics and all these things we need to understand. So for a normal person, or a normal degree holder, even for me, it's very difficult to understand the scientific words or terms which they are using in sports.
Right.
So we need minimum IQ for that. After a certain level, we definitely need a coach, because technical events especially, one can't do ourselves. We need some support from external support. So once we are in the track, see, we are just looking at the takeoff board and sand, but outside what all happening, see, we need some guidance. A and B group, they are doing together, but only 12 will be going for the finals, and we don't know who all are jumping better than us or who all are. That calculation immediately the coach should do, and we need to decide whether we have to stop in the after the first jump, or whether we need to continue till the third jump, because that much we are draining. We need to compete next day for the finals, and we need to store our energy. And even the wind, it is deciding. That decision should come from a coach, and where we need to adjust the approach. So all sort of things, and every day for training we need a coach. Without a coach we cannot do. Many times, because when I was doing, that was not fair. Like during those days, some countries, they used to take the advantage, and athletes like us, we used to struggle a lot, because we are also training and we are also trying hard, but some of them are taking through shortcuts, they are taking the advantage, and they are jumping huge, and next day they are coming back to their normal. So it was not fair. I was also like in a state, why we are doing, because we are not competing with fair athletes. My talent, if I count, it was much better than those who achieved during my time. When I started my career, I can say that it was a big zero. Yeah, our one country was not equipped for global victory, because we had only one or two synthetic track during that time, and the equipment, the spikes, the attires, it was not available in India. We used to buy from outside, and that used to cost one salary of a person. For a spikes, we used to spend 6,000-7,000 during those days, and it was a 1 month salary for a parent. So and see, there was no recovery, not good doctors, no good measures. So we struggled a lot during those days. And even when I was about to go to America for my training, I struggled a lot for getting the sanction from ministry, because they asked me, can you tell us, if you go to America, will you bring back a medal from World Championship? So that was the question from there. I can say that, okay, I'll try, but how can I say that I definitely will get a medal? Because this is the competition and we cannot predict anything. So that was the mentality of our people, but now changed. Now the system is changed. And if you're talented, system will come to you and support you. So that much difference. And each district, I can say that there is a synthetic track. And all the equipment it's available in India and easily in our market. So a lot of changes are now, but I am not complaining. Age is a factor, and I still believe that I am in my 20s and I can do jump, but my knees and my joints are not allowing me to do that. So it's a fact. Yes. But I can say that our new gen is very lucky, because the system is with them, the ministry is with them, and a lot of support for them. And even from very young age, they are selecting you, and till the podium, they will support you. Right. So that's one thing. Yes, and after my career also, I started my academy, like Anju Bobby Sports Foundation, and 14 young talents are training there. So I am aiming for 2024 Olympics, a medal from my academy. Wow. So see, I am here, I am there, my coach is there to support them. So the athletes, they no need to worry about anything, because they just need to perform that. So we are there to support them. Right. So that's the thing. So new gen, I can say that they are really lucky. There are a lot of supporting system for them, and they just need to perform. And in India, Yes, of course. After my victory, we still are waiting for a world championship medal from senior level. But of course, junior, we have a very good bench. We got two world gold, uh, but we need to reach to the senior level. If you look at today's policy, see, we introduce Fit India in the schools.
Yes.
So our parents, they used to believe like only through studies we can build a career. But now slowly, I think this corona effect, so we are slowly looking back to our health also. So that's the main factor that we need to like take care. So this Fit India movement in schools, it's helping our kids at least a minimum 30 minutes workout every day. And they are setting that as a lifestyle, and they are converting it to next generation also. So slowly, we are trying for a healthy nation, and that will definitely change our outlook towards sports and lot of talents, because in India I can say that a lot of talents unnoticed. So through this new policy, we can find talents wherever they are hiding, and we can bring them out, and we can nurture them till the bigger event. Definitely we can bring it as a culture. It's not sports, it's a health as a culture in India, and slowly we can be a world beater one day. Maybe I like to watch movie till midnight. I used to go out for late night movies with my friends. So all sort of things I still try, but till such an extent. We are here in a mission, like each person in the world, we are here on a mission. And we need to put a mark when we leave this world. See, Anju Bobby George was here because my world championship medal, that was the first one from an Indian.
Right.
So that mark will be there. So I already marked. So each person should decide that we need to put a mark when we leave this world. So that was my inspiration. I still believe I did my maximum, and but still I was little nervous because as a girl, if you work out for 7-8 hours under the sun, our color will change, our complexion will go, and because a teenager, we always look at us and we need to be like, oh, more perfect and more beautiful. But I was not like that then. So, but yes, of course, my focus was something different, but still at least 1% I was holding that in my mind. See, I'm not looking good because I'm under the sun for throughout, my skin is getting dark. So yes, that mindset I want to change. If you travel a lot, and if when you see the world, we realize that we are nothing. So if we are just sitting at home and we are thinking that we are something great and we did something big, it's not true. There are a lot of people who are doing better than you and achieving better than you and living better life than you. So whenever we get a chance to travel around, so we are realizing that we are nowhere and we are nothing. Compliment, I can say that the letter from my president after the World Championship, the letter, appreciation letter. So that I still believe that was the precious one I got in my life. Yes, of course, Mother Teresa, my grandparents. I knew that I'm a different child because something is there in me, because I can run faster than like anyone, or I can do whatever I feel like. If I want to jump that much, I used to jump, or I want to run that far, I used to run. So I was that. Today's generation, they are thinking that everything is easily available or it's easy for them to achieve, and a lot of kids are going towards the wrong way because everything is available in their fingertips. So that is not the way how we need to be. See, we need to, like, there are a lot of shortcuts, but that won't be there with you throughout your life. You need to work hard, and if you're earning from your sweat, that will remain with you. So just try hard and try to achieve your maximum. Try to, like, do your best. In athletics or in any field, we think that only with training, pure training and pure technique, we can achieve the greater heights. See, people are taking the shortcuts and they are going towards something else. No, if you get a master in your technique, or if you coach is good enough to make you, like, do in take out your best from you, you can achieve. See, our foundation website is under construction. Soon we'll launch that, and our training space is also getting ready in 3-4 months. So they can connect me through our website after soon. Yes. It's not easy for somebody like me to make a huge impact in the world. But as I said, see, if you see, we all need to make our environment clean, because we need to reserve it for our next generation, and we need to decide. See, it should come from each house or each person or each each person, that one should decide that this world is not only for us. We are here for such a short time, and its next generation also should come, and they also enjoy same like us. So don't spoil our world. Just leave it as it is and just preserve it for the next generation.